Welcome to the Short Rod Show. You got Brett.
And Ben.
Ben is currently on a fish. We're out here on a small pond here in Ankeny. We had to try something new today.
Yeah.
Ben got out a little earlier. Wasn't catching anything on our normal spot. So we hopped to a pond that we've never fished. Oh, God! Ben, you weren't paying attention. That's why I brought us in.
Oh, my gosh.
It's been a little bit of a tough bite.
Holy cow, that was a real tough bite. So, yeah, we're fishing, 16 feet of water?
Yep.
And just working some real, either lethargic fish or finicky.
Yeah.
Both.
Real finicky.
Oh, my gosh. That was
the best bite we've had so far. I haven't seen that.
Oh, Brett, that's crazy.
I think it's time. So I've been running the rattling flyer. I think it's time to bust out the cadis. Ooh, do I have a glow cadis?
Oh, that's what we need.
Frick. I'm going to put this back down there and see if I'll send down the regular cadis for now.
So, yeah, we're fishing on some cool water here. Pretty clear. Threw the camera down, did a little check-in just to see what conditions are like. And it is really clear water.
So it's about, 7 o'clock at night right now?
Oh, yeah, 7 o'clock. Boy, we're just having the time of our lives out here.
Yeah, it's been, like you said, it's been a little tough bite, but quality fish. That first crappie you brought in was, I don't know, probably at least a 10-incher.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty solid.
It's something you'd be happy with.
Yep.
For fishing, 3/4 of a mile away from our houses?
Yep. Yeah, that's the joy, the beauty of it. Just right here in town. It's a beautiful night to be out.
I hope you guys can really appreciate that schooly squeal as I peel off this line.
Brett never does any oiling to the schoolies.
No, I don't want to risk getting oil on the line.
Part of the built-in drag system is just the friction on it. But,
yep.
Yeah, so what are we talking about today, Brett?
I was hoping to talk a little bit about just kind of what we're doing here, which just brought us right in from off the introduction, and then maybe talk a little bit about catching some bigger fish out of the school sort of deal.
Sure.
Or in the body of water. So what made me think of that is there's a few. You like that? You like that squeal?
Hopefully the mic picked that up.
Oh yeah, it definitely will. It's piercing. There's a few bodies of water around here that are starting to kind of go through a cycle, where some of the bigger fish are kind of leaving the system, been caught, dying, or getting smart, one or the other. And kind of that younger generation's coming up, and a lot of people kind of turn that off as well. It's a shame, and that body of water is going to shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of, I don't know, I think that's a little different. I don't think that's quite the right story. Because they go through cycles like that. Ponds go through cycles like that all the time. And there's a couple of them that I particularly like to fish that are going through that right now. Where there were some, last 2-3 years, I mean, you could go catch a 9-inch bluegill and it wouldn't be a big deal. Where now it's kind of cycling through and there's a lot of small crappies. There's a lot of other lakes in Iowa that you catch a shit pile of small perch.
Yep.
So just kind of how do you get away from those and how do you pick some of this bigger fish out and that way you're not reeling in small fish all day long.
Yeah, I think that's something that everyone can appreciate because we've all been on those bites where you are literally, just playing keep away, trying to get 3-inch bluegill to stay away from your bait long enough for a bigger fish to take it.
Yep.
And that's so frustrating.
And those bigger fish are there. It's just a matter of, keeping that bait down there long enough for them to come and get it before the little ones come and nab it up.
Yeah, that sounds good. And then also we'll touch on a little bit about some fishing etiquette stuff.
Yeah.
I think that goes, should go without saying, but it seems like everywhere we go, there's some items we can work on.
There's a problem with this pond that
Yes.
we encountered right away when we got here, and we'll discuss that.
Yeah, so that's coming up after the break on
The Short Rod Show. Hey, Ben, so I've got this buddy that's trying to start a small business, but he's having a real tough time with his digital footprint and just trying to figure all that out. Do you know anybody that could help him out?
Well, I think I do. I know a couple cool guys at this company called Evergrow Marketing, and they really specialize in helping landscape and lawn care companies maximize their digital footprint and basically bring customers to them, help them get found on the internet.
Really?
I mean, they'll work with any business. They're really looking to expand, and if you tell them that Ben and Brett sent you from the Short Rod Show, you can get 10% off your first order. Really cool.
If you're interested in the Evergrow Marketing team and what they have to offer, check them out on evergrowmarketing.com and tell them Ben and Brett from the Short Rod Show sent you.
You know, Brett, I was poking around on Facebook the other day, and I could just not find the Short Rod Show. What's the deal?
Oh, you just got to punch us in on Google.
What do you mean? We show up on Google already?
Oh, yeah. The Evergrow team hooked us up.
Holy cow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good deal. I'll try that now.
Yeah, right. You just punch in Short Rod Show, and we'll come up on our website, shortrodshow.com. It'll come up on Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Awesome. So people can find us all over now.
Yeah, all over the internet.
That's great. We're also on Instagram, too. I've been trying to keep up with that. Posting some cool pictures. When we're out on the ice, you can check us out there, too.
Yeah, sweet updates.
Awesome. Check us out, guys.
Welcome back, guys. Thanks for staying with us through the break. Currently, Ben and I are retying. As I mentioned before the break, I'm going to throw on a Glow Cadus number 10.
Of course.
Yeah. And Ben's always coming in clutch with the lights. Oh, yeah, another good squeaky spoolie here.
Yeah, how many lights did I bring on this trip?
All of them.
The Markham shuttle.
I've only got the one
flashlight.
light. I only got the one little light clipped on the ceiling because I forgot mine.
Pocket light.
So yeah, we haven't. Ice has been kind of sucky this year, so we haven't had a chance to really hone in our skills of the.
Getting out at night.
Getting out at night. So I forgot my night light.
The after work bite is pretty key when you're as busy as we seem to be. Between working on the show stuff, family stuff.
Work
stuff.
Work's eating up a lot of shit these days.
Yeah, pretty much.
But we're on the ice tonight, so you got to appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Brett, talk a little bit about your philosophy on different baits. If you're looking for, say, the 10-inch bluegill out on a lake, what are you normally throwing down the hole?
Usually, I'm going to throw down something that I think is going to be too big for a bluegill to eat.
Really?
Where I'm going to be like, there's no way, because that is what. Fuck, there's something on me down there. I'm retying right now.
I'll watch the schoolie indicator.
Yeah, watch that. I've lost them down the hole before.
They might go after the dead stick, but
I don't know. I think they're going to go after. Oh fuck, he's right on it.
Yeah, you're gonna miss him.
I'm right. Right through my clinch knot. You know, I had big goals of learning new knots. Never do learn them.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Oh shit! There he is.
He's on it.
Got him.
Oh, Brett's on. He's hooked.
And
up.
I just tied that knot, so I didn't. Ooh, this is a decent fish.
Good call. So yeah, Brett's on a beast. Reeling in the
nice crappie. Nope, bluegill.
That'd be a bluegill.
It's
there,
dark.
Brett.
It's dark. 8-incher, I'd say.
Yeah, that's a nice fish.
Nice fish.
Heck yeah, I'll take those all day long. Good deal.
Dang, so we will leave this one down here dead sticking.
So it's nice to know the bluegills are actually biting. At night. That's cool.
Yeah,
everyone pretty much talks about the crappie bite, the walleye bite, like you said.
A fish like that'll bring me back to this pond. That's for sure. Go to swim another day, bud.
But yeah, so you're talking baits. We're talking bait size. You're saying anything too big for a bluegill is what you're going to throw down and test.
Yeah. So what I really like, if I'm really going to do that, is man, I'm all tangled.
What?
Oh my! I got a little line twister.
The gilly tangled you up? Or
got her. Yeah. Yeah. What I really like is something that I think is going to be a little bit too big for a bluegill, because a good 9.5, 10-inch bluegill, that sucker will eat. I don't know. I wouldn't be afraid to send down a bait that's like an inch, maybe like a rattling flyer, your buckshot spoons. I'm usually going to go spoons. I probably won't send down a jig.
Interesting. See, and I'm just the opposite. I'm pretty much a jig guy.
Yeah, I like the speed of the spoon. I like the versatility of the spoon. I like the action that I get out of those spoons.
Okay. And that just helps you upsize the size of the fish.
Upsize that profile, and yeah, hopefully upsize the fish a little bit. Those little ones aren't going to be as attracted to those big baits.
They'll still probably come in and look at it,
but they're not going to eat it.
Not going to try and nibble at it.
Hopefully,
commit to it.
That's the thought, anyways.
Screw things up.
Yep. By the time you think that, some little turd's going to get that whole thing in his mouth.
Yep.
Get all 3 hooks in the hole of his mouth. That happens all the time.
Just to use the treble up.
Yep. That happens.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
Yep. For me, really, I'm still doing the tungsten game, no matter what. The tungsten jig game.
You're a tungsten man all
I'm
the
a
time.
tungsten guy. So, kind of what I do with that, I might use 2 wax worms on there, get a real good gob going. That seems to help.
Yeah.
On, just kind of minimizing the little fish that you catch. But
putting
really,
on several wax worms, I think, is a good idea. Just upsize that profile of that bait.
Really, the hard part is on your flasher. I mean, it's hard to tell fish size. I mean, you can to some degree, but fish could be coming in from the side, and their profile looks a little, it might look big. And sure enough, it's a 3-inch bluegill that comes up. So it's hard to tell with with your flasher. So you kind of have to just trial and error.
See what happens. Yep.
And that's done really well for us, I think.
Yeah.
Just time on the water. We talk about that a lot, but really there is no substitute for that.
Nope.
You know, you lose a lot of finesse when you're not fishing. If you go months without fishing.
It's the exact same situation we see here. I mean, we don't have a chance to get out a lot, but when we do, you got to capitalize on it. I mean, we'll probably only got another maybe hour out here before we got to take off.
Yeah, and it's game on. You got to be that bite that I missed. That was the subtlest bite.
Yep.
I've seen in a long time, and sure enough, yep, fish just kind of tapped on it or chewed on a little bit. And
yeah, and this bluegill bite wasn't very hard either. I mean, he didn't even bottom out the schoolie indicator. I mean, it was just real subtle.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think you can beat schoolie as almost a dead stick inside. If you're sitting right next to it, I don't think you can beat a schoolie as a dead stick. As far as bite indication.
Yeah, I mean, that did really well. You were on top of it.
Oh, man, I just got that tied to, like, a split second. Oh, yeah, let's blow this up.
What do you think about guys that are... So I always see guys running, like, they'll be running bigger jigging wraps or ripping wraps.
Yep.
You know, are you a believer in that, going after bigger fish like that?
Yeah, I'm not afraid to do that. Especially, it really depends what you're after. If you're after catching a bunch of fish that day, if you're after putting fish on the table,
yep,
I'd stay away from those bigger baits. I'd go something more subtle, something that you're going to put, you have a better chance to catch some numbers. But if you're going after kind of a trophy that day, if you're going after a particular size class of fish, which
sure,
often you do, if you're just catching release, why not?
Mm-hmm.
I'll upsize just to go after a bigger fish.
I gotcha. Because, see, for me, I don't catch a lot on those baits. And I think that's kind of the point.
Yep.
Where I take that for granted and I get kind of bored and then I go back to fishing smaller baits just to catch more.
Yep.
You know, I'm more of a numbers guy, I guess, than a size kind of guy.
Yeah.
So I'd rather kind of sink to the lowest common denominator on what I'm fishing with. And I have some ripping wraps, some jigging wraps.
Yep.
I just don't fish them a lot.
Well, some of it too, you got to understand what the fishery you're in. I mean,
oh yeah, for sure.
Here today, yeah, I'm not going to fish a big ripping wrap. I'm not going after that. Odds are I'm not going to find a 14-inch crappie in here. I'm not going to find a 10-inch bluegill. So I'm going to fish the fish that I'm confident that are here.
Yep.
And that means some downsides. Here, you're going after numbers because you're not.
Sure.
Realistically, you're not going to find a trophy out here, but there are some out here. But
yeah, it's hard to tell what's out here.
Shit, there's a lot of fish down there.
That's part of the draw of coming to lakes like this. This is we're not really sure. It's a new adventure every time.
Yep. I gotta set the so I got a super light Cadis on, and you gotta set on the schoolie. You gotta set that indicator to ultralight mode, so that I can still detect that up bite.
So you're bending your indicator way out?
Yeah. There's a little where it attaches to the. Oh shit! There's something moving down there. Good.
The adjustable indicator.
Yeah. It just bends. One of these days, I'm afraid it's gonna break off, but I push it down a little bit so it's a little lighter. If I have a heavier bait on, I'll bend it back so it can handle some of that extra weight.
God forbid you spend another $10 to get a new one if they break one.
No, I just super glue these back on.
Super glue them back.
Yeah, I got 3 of them that are just super glued on there.
Oh, that's awesome.
What else would I do?
That's a very Brett thing to do. I don't blame you.
But yeah, so a little bit what we had going on too. So as I mentioned, some of these fisheries that we're fishing are starting to cycle through. So there's fewer bigger fish in the system. So how do I target those bigger fish?
Mm-hmm.
A lot. I think there's something down there. I think a lot of that has to do with getting away from the crowd.
Yeah.
A lot of those fish that are still in that system aren't doing what every other fish in that system has been doing.
Oh, absolutely. Otherwise, they'd be caught by now.
Otherwise, they'd have been caught and eaten already.
Yep.
So if you want to try to target somebody, sometimes you got to go think outside the box. And usually when I think that, I think get off the structure a little bit. Get out on the basin a little bit if I'm going to be doing that.
Yep.
I mean, that's probably where I've caught some of the biggest bluegills I've ever caught. Ice fishing is fishing not areas where I would typically expect to find bluegills.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you think a 10, 11-inch bluegill, they don't have a lot of predators that are going to try and mess with them.
Especially in these waters.
Yeah,
there's nothing that's going to mess with them.
And if they do, they can really hold their own.
They're almost the predator at that point.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Bigger crappies, too. They can go out, be independent. They don't need to school around with everything else.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool. I'm trying to hone in what they like here, but
man, I really thought this
tough.
glow case was going to be the ticket after they bit that. There's some serious marks
fish
moving
coming
around down
in
there.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're a little bit lethargic. The night bite never seems to really be on these ponds.
Yeah, and I wonder what helps kind of trigger that. On certain lakes, you have a night bite. It's well known.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
In other lakes, you can't catch a fish to save your life after the sun goes down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I'm sure it's forage-based, something to do with that. These lakes, probably at night, bugs start going crazy, and they're just
we
feasting.
kind of saw that on the camera.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. The little kind of larvae bouncing around down there.
Yep, there's bugs down there all over the place.
That's kind of cool. Hook size, too. We didn't really talk about that, but you think about, trying to catch a 3-inch bluegill.
Yep.
If you're using very small hooks, they can swallow that no problem.
Yeah.
Get it around their lip. You might be better off using a bigger single hook.
Yep, upsize
versus a big treble even. Trebles are really sticky. You can almost hook a small bluegill on the side of the mouth and pull him right up.
Yep.
He runs into it the wrong way and looks at it the wrong way, and he's hooked.
He's hooked on it. Yeah, that's a good call actually. And I hadn't thought to mention that was upsize those hooks a little bit. A lot of times, you don't really think about it. I just buy that spoon out of the package.
Yeah,
it's good to go. Which it is good to go. I do that a lot.
Do you ever do that and customize your hook size?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And change it around?
I usually don't do that until the hook that is on it is shot.
Yep.
But once that happens, then I'm not afraid to throw some extra hooks on there or upsize that hook.
So no, we've been through a couple sizes, a couple different hooks on some rattling flyers that are classics. They just get beat to heck.
Well, there's just certain ones that you don't want to get rid of. I've thought about starting a retirement program for some of those rattling flyers and hooking them on the lampshade or something at home or down in my shop. Oh, shit. Pay attention.
I think we do need to work on getting like some kind of, not like a shadow box, but like some kind of display of stuff that we broke on fishing trips.
You've got plenty of collection now. Well, now that you got a house,
once I get all moved, I'm going to set that aside, and that'll be a priority of mine. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
We got a broken prop.
Yep.
That's kind of the main one. A two-bladed
three-bladed
prop.
That was a hell of a deal.
Yep. All kinds of stuff we broke. Had to turn the bullwhip back in. Like we couldn't keep that.
Couldn't keep the broken one?
Nope.
Dang.
Man, this one's
there's something down there, and it is working us hard.
Working us over.
And it's a decent mark coming through there. It's not a little 3-inch bluegill red mark.
He's making it look like we've never fished before.
Yeah, he's really bumming
he's making us look horrible.
But we probably drilled, 30 holes out here to find this spot. Primarily, since we've never been on this lake, my primary tactic was just re-drilling areas where it looked like people had set up before.
Yep.
And then that's a good way to start, and that's how we found this spot.
Yep.
We started at a couple other places.
That's a good takeaway that our fans, I think, have used. I've heard some feedback of.
Oh, yeah.
Of just, some things that people don't think about, like the trying to find activity from previous anglers. You know, maybe they knew what they were doing, maybe they didn't, but...
Yep. Well, it's unfortunate that we were signaled by other previous anglers here.
Yeah.
When we got on the water.
That's a good transition. It's
I've been practicing my pivots.
Wow. We are getting to be pros. So we roll onto this lake, and of course a sure good sign is seeing, 4 holes drilled right in a row.
Yep.
They were going to town in their shelter.
Oh, how did I miss that? Oh, nope, he's still there. Ben, take that.
He's on. He is on. All right. Brief moment break here while Brett reels his
fish he's a
in.
dinker.
Come on, no. It's got to be huge. Look at that.
Dinker.
3-inch bluegill.
Yeah, dinker.
Yeah, that might be a 4.
That's the one that's been dicking with us this whole time.
Wow, Brett. Impressive.
So it's the dark color. That's the purple cadus on this one. They're not even into the glow.
I am impressed.
It takes skill to catch those little
It does. It does.
Not everybody can just hook them.
They are a little tough
I happened just to
sometimes.
be looking down kind of at the recorder, and I saw that the indicator was going down. I was like, oh, shit.
Here we go.
Take that.
You got to...
Yeah.
So, yeah, we roll into this lake here. and see the 4 holes.
4-hole pattern.
4-hole pattern.
Which is your classic. They were running a suitcase
shelter. Oh, yeah, for
that's
sure.
your classic deal there.
And, unfortunately, there's a bunch of garbage on the ice.
Yep.
Beer bottles frozen into the hole.
Yeah, that's a problem, because I can't really do much about that. I can't pick those up.
And say you're walking on the lake at night and you step on one and trip over and cut a bunch of glass into your boot.
Yeah.
That's no good.
I mean, that's terrible. Why the hell somebody obviously put that in there.
Yeah, and just let it freeze. And it's going to be there for the whole season. I mean, the lake's not going to thaw completely out until spring.
It'll be, looking at the 10-day, it'll be a while before we have thaw.
So that's frustrating for fellow anglers, for anyone that wants to just go out and enjoy a lake.
Very
and then
annoying.
that bottle's going to float to the bottom and it'll be on the bottom of this pond forever.
Yeah. That's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
I hate that.
So that's one little bit of etiquette. I mean, a lot of places have garbage cans you can throw stuff.
Yep.
After the fact, and even if they don't, I mean, everyone pretty much goes ice fishing, takes their pickup or SUV or whatever, throw it in a bag and take it home with you.
And I get it, some stuff blows away. You got a little worm container or something, or
Sure.
whatever, that stuff blows away. But that's just obviously just left.
Yep. Yeah, not cool. Not cool. What are some other tips?
Other tips, etiquette at fishing in the ponds. Ben's a little bit more conscious about ripping gas augers around here. I don't really care. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But
there's 2 schools of thought on that. The one is, all right, you can be kind of, respectful of people's backyard space, and they're living next to a pond, but
they're living next to a public pond. I mean, it's not like don't go rip 100 holes at 3 o'clock in the morning.
You fire up the old Strike Master and just go to town 5 in the morning on a Saturday.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But
that's probably not the best.
But I wouldn't be afraid to come in and rip 3 or 4 holes.
The other school of thought is that those people...
I was dicking with the other one.
Those people built their house on a lake.
Well, they didn't build it, but somebody did.
They bought the lake was there when they bought it.
Yeah. Yeah. The lake was there when they bought the house.
Are you on a Waxy?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Waxy and Cadis's, man.
I'm switching. The noogie is not getting much
attention. I guarantee they're bluegills. They're not crappies. Because I've just been sitting here dead.
That's what I caught that crappie on, was a Waxy anyway. But
dang, that was the hardest hit we've had so
That's
far.
The other school of thought, is that they knew kind of what they were getting into. But at the same time, I feel like ice fishing here in the city still isn't... It's not like we meet people on every lake we go to.
No.
You know what I mean? It's still relatively unpressured waters.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think we've been in... there's been people out here, obviously, but I don't think this year yet we've ran into anyone else on these ponds.
No.
We haven't been able to fish a whole bunch out these things.
Weeknights and all that. That makes sense, but we wouldn't see too many people, but still, as it gets more popular, we want to make sure that the ponds that we do fish in town here stay accessible. We don't get shut down and they say, well, you got Waxies on you handy?
Oh, yeah, I got a couple bucks. Still running off that 250 count from the first of the year. Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, the main thing I see is just trash.
Yeah.
Which is terrible. Want that back?
Yep.
For people to do that. It's not cool on our ponds. But yeah, just being somewhat quiet is nice. Of course, with us, we just run our auger setup.
You got to be
setup.
You're going to have to be fairly friendly with dogs, also.
Oh yeah.
There's dogs going to be barking at you the whole time.
Maybe the dogs are scaring the fish away.
Might be.
You think it matters we got so many lights shining by the holes?
No, it probably brings them in. Don't you know they make those green lights?
Yeah, is that illegal though? Probably.
No, I don't think so.
It's
got to be legal somewhere.
To
they
bait fish with that, or attract
I think
fish.
we'll find in Iowa. Maybe in Minnesota it'd probably be a problem. They seem to have a stick in their asses.
Everything's
about
illegal
everything.
in Minnesota. Yeah. Iowa's the Wild West of fishing. Speaking of that, a little off topic, but what's the deal with guys wanting to make catfish, bowfish legal?
They got bowfish. They got their bowfish from and they want to do it. Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Oh, dang it! He took my wax worm. That's the problem. I don't know. It sucked, but at the same time, you don't see catfish on the surface like that very often.
True.
Maybe at night, I guess. I don't know, but I've never really been out in a boat bow fishing before, so I don't know how often you really see them at night like that. Not like you see carp and drum.
That's true.
And that sort of deal.
It would be kind of difficult to get them bow fishing.
Yeah, I don't think it'd end up being that big of a problem, to be honest.
But I mean, those guys that do have the boat setups with the generators and all the LED lights.
Yeah, those things are sweet. I'd love to go for one time, but I mean, I could see their argument. It'd be nice to actually have a fish that, is kind of desirable that you can bow fish.
Mm-hmm.
If you're really into that. I'm all about, people having their own.
Getting after their own thing.
Yeah. And if that's something you're passionate about and you're going to try to fight for it and get it legalized, or whatever, I don't think they'll be successful in it, but.
Yeah, you never know.
Because the kind of bow fishing is just kind of for junk fish at the moment. But
well, I think too, it's one of those things where the catfish population isn't really endangered or anything. It's not. No. I mean, it's pretty healthy.
At the end of the day,
any fish to go after.
I don't think it would be a huge problem.
Fine. Watch out there, mister. I'm going to set the hook on this guy.
Oh, yeah? Doubt it. I miss it.
Yeah, you know it. It's been the Dead Sea here lately.
Man,
fish coming in and out, nothing biting my bait.
This little light on the front of on the shuttle is clutch at night.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'd like to almost get one of those glow cups too, but then at the same time, it's like, why?
Do you really even need it?
Do I need it? Yep. Because that thing will find your way home in the dark.
That's nice. Gosh.
It's
like a freaking beacon down there.
Because there's been many times I forgot my light, and it's like, oh, it's all right.
Yep.
At least I have one on there.
Not a big deal.
Yep. Yeah, so some changes going on in the short rod show life. I bought a property here in Ankeny. Been doing a little moving around town.
Big deal.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Kind of right towards the tail end of ice season, but that's all right. Get some moving done, get some space to spread out and organize all my ice gear.
Yeah, cool. We'll be pretty much done ice fishing, I would imagine, by then. But yeah, which is probably good.
Man, that's like another month.
Yeah.
It's kind of depressing.
Yeah. We only really got about a month and a half.
Yeah, it never feels like we're able to fish as much as we want.
Yeah, that's just kind of fishing in Iowa, I think.
Yep. But yeah, we're looking at rolling out some decals for you guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
It's been kind of a long time in the making, but
I'm sure probably by the time this airs, we'll probably have finished our giveaway for our 10,000 downloads.
Yes. Isn't that cool?
Oh my gosh, you can't freaking believe it.
Brett and I were just so excited the day we saw that come out. Well, I mean, we knew we were getting close, and then all of a sudden, I mean, we had 300 in a day.
Yep. And it's not like downloads. It stopped. Yeah, it's not like, we hit 10,000 and then the download stopped. Yep. I mean, it hit 10,000, and then it hit 10,300 by the end of the day.
Yeah. Blew past it.
Holy crap.
And that's really a testament to you guys going through and listening to not just our episodes as they come out. I mean, we have so many people, I think, that are just discovering it every day.
Yeah.
And going through all the episodes. You're starting at the beginning, We've come a long way since episode 1.
Oh, yeah. It's almost cringeworthy to listen to episode 1.
Yeah. I don't know if we'll release some classic ones anymore. They just don't sound the same as what we're used to, but that's pretty cool. It's cool to be a part of something that people are so passionate about, like Brett and I are.
Yeah, ice fishermen are rabid.
Oh, man. Just nonstop, which is cool. Just trying to get the latest and greatest and learn about what other people are doing.
Yeah, we'll have to, after seeing the success that we've had so far, we'll have to plan something juicy for next year.
Yeah. We'll need to definitely up our game to keep up here.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Well, Ben, I was hoping you were going to get something caught here during this taping. I wasn't just going to crush you.
You're seeing what I'm seeing on the flash.
God,
seriously. Brett is killing it.
This might be a better one.
Hooked up. Do you need the transducer moved?
I think I lost him. Nope, he's still there.
Oh, so that's going to be a huge beast.
Yeah, biggin.
Beast. So yeah, Brett on the board, number 2.
Number 3.
3.
Yeah.
4-inch bluegill. Check.
Hey, it's not all about the size. It's just about the angle of the dangle.
I'd kill to get one of those right now. I haven't had any action since that huge swing and a miss.
Yeah, man, that sucks.
Heartbreaking.
Man, that kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah. You didn't even give me a warning. All of a sudden.
Well, maybe the fish kind of turn on here later. Maybe right at dusk isn't it good, but when you start planning our 8 o'clock trip or something.
Surprised it's bluegills, too.
Yeah, no, I thought we were going to see a few more crappies coming in here. Let's do that, but I'll take it. Anytime, these 2 or 3 hours after work is kind of just bonus time.
Absolutely. We're out on the water doing what we love.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, get out when you can. Well, see, that's how it worked out for me getting out, because my wife went out last night.
Oh,
So I had to
nice.
I had single dadded it all night.
Building
So-
up goodwill.
Yeah, that's the key.
That is the key. Yep. So she's at home holding things down while you're tearing it up out on the ice.
Yep, holding down the fort.
Yep. Did you eat yet?
I had a granola bar and what else did I have? Oh, some Fritos.
There you go. I had Casey's Pizza. Stopped at the new Casey's up there.
Oh, nice.
36th Street.
Yeah,
So that tied me over for a little bit.
there you go. Yeah, Casey's pretty much fuels all my outdoor adventures.
Yep. They're just so... They're
They're
good.
just so good.
They got everything. What
You
else
guys
do
that are
we-
listening that don't have Casey's in your states, I'm sorry, man.
I mean, it's definitely not a Minnesota thing. I
No.
know that.
No, you
you
get much
never
north
see
of the
one in
cities, you don't
Minnesota.
see any. Yeah, there's some,
Are there?
but they're southern Minnesota. You don't see anything much
Yeah.
north of the city.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, definitely not Canada. Although Casey's is making their move to the out east. So you guys
Really?
in New Hampshire that are cranking this out, you're in luck. One of these
Awesome.
days you may start seeing Casey's.
You might be able to get their pizza.
Gas station pizza.
Gas station pizza. Hey, I mean, it's cheap and it's good. What more can you ask for?
Oh yeah.
And they deliver now, too.
Yeah, that's
Big
pretty
deal.
sweet.
Oh, there's one on it. God dang it. He is on it.
What'd you put on there, Cadis? Glow
No.
Cadis?
No.
You still running the Nuggie?
I'm actually running a Brantner.
Brantner, jeez.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I don't know what they make their glow paint out of, but it is impressive.
Brantner jig.
It's probably got uranium or something in it.
High
It
class.
just glows on its own.
Are Brantners like the most expensive jig?
They have to be.
They have to be.
They're like $5 each almost.
I mean, they are sticky sharp.
They are.
They're good, but they're good. I mean, they're not. I don't know. Do you think they're any sharper than like your Widowmakers?
Oh
or
no,
your
the
other stuff?
Widowmakers have great hooks on them. Absolutely.
Paint quality then is the difference.
I don't know. I think it's just they're good marketing. I mean, they're
Yeah.
marketed as a really premium option.
Do you follow that J&S jig
No,
maker
I
on
don't.
Facebook? That dude cranks out some crazy looking. He puts a hell of a lot of work in those jigs. He's making like little fry looking ones, where instead of just the normal drop jig bait looking profile, he's adding some sort of resin onto the front of it to make it like kind of elongate it. I don't know.
really?
That guy puts in a hell of a lot of work on those baits. But
Interesting.
I think he sells them on Wednesdays or something like that. And he sells out in half hour.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, sells the shit out of them.
See, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
People that put a lot of time and effort into things.
Yep.
Maybe they charge a little more. That's fine.
Yeah, I think they're. Well, I don't know what he charges exactly. I've never tried to get on when he's selling
know.
them, but I know he sells a few at Clear Lake, and they sell them for $7 a piece.
That makes you feel good for those people that can find their little niche in the market and
Oh, yeah.
capitalize on it. For
Yeah,
sure.
no doubt.
Cool.
Well, Ben, I think our time's about over here. I
Yeah.
was still hoping to.
Starting to ramble a
I
little bit.
was hoping to ramble a little bit to give you time to catch something one of these days.
You're going to ramble for about another hour, and I'll catch a little 3-inch bluegill, even smaller than yours. And go home all pissed off. Oh, that's all right.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, you ready to wrap her up?
Sounds good. Yeah, stay tuned. We got some more great content, of course, this season. If there's something you guys want to hear us talk about, get our thoughts on.
Yeah, our season's definitely gonna start winding down here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say probably it'll be the 1st of February. I
March.
don't know. Maybe run this through the middle of March.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But
So if you got anything pressing,
if you're dying to know a Short Rod Show's opinion on things, let us know.
yep.
Shoot us a message on Facebook, Instagram, email us.
Yep.
I get some good emails lately.
Oh yeah, yeah. They have been
So.
good emails lately.
Yeah, keep that all coming, guys. We appreciate you listening to
The Short Rod Show.